Okay, everything's working, apparently. Okay, welcome back, welcome back. My name's Arctic. This is my channel, Arctic's Empire. Continuing with this Lego is Lava. This is the deep sea helicopter. Yesterday we completed this submersible. Put that there in the camera. There you go. See? So we just finished that yesterday. Um, we had about 7 people in here viewing, so I kept going. So I've started working on the helicopter's fuselage. Um, this is a 3 booklet set, so there's actually another booklet to it. So right now we're going to finish, I guess, the fuselage itself, and then all the extra hardware goes on afterwards in the third book. The reason why I'm streaming a little more often right now is that I need 18 followers, and I need to pull my viewer average from 2.7 to 3 to make affiliate. So I'm going to be streaming for about 2 hours, and then I'm going to take a break. I have to edit the footage because there are special moments in last night and probably this one where the use of actual Lego built tools to help with the model. I want to get those clips posted. YouTube now has last night's show. It should be available any minute now. I'm just getting my tablet ready to watch the stream because my laptop can't handle the actual streaming and running a browser to see how it's turning out. So I have to use a separate tablet to actually view what you're seeing. Fingers crossed that it all works fine. I apologize, there's no music. As I said last night, with the extra elements added to the overlay, my laptop can't handle doing pretzel for royalty-free music content, unfortunately. Okay, so as you can see, there's now a timer, which in this case actually remembered where it left off last night. So we're at 3 hours and 24 minutes for this build, which is, this represents all of the 3.5 hours. Up in the upper right corner are pictures of what the finished set will look like, so you know what we're working on. You'll also see in the bottom right, along with the stopwatch, there is 3 columns. That's the notation I'm trying to develop while doing the builds, so that when you encounter a situation where you have to build a tool or you have to make a correction. I made a mistake last night, as well as any notations about when you had to stop and whatnot, pauses. And then finally, in the event you have to use your hands, you also record that event. Now, so far I haven't had to. Tools only, and I've made tools. That's what this extra Lego you can see over here. The overhead camera, I think, shows. Yeah, you can see this is all extra Lego. These are used to make stands or anything else needed to assist in the build without touching the actual set itself. Okay. I think we're about ready to turn on the stopwatch and continue our build. So I got my fingers crossed. I need 18 more followers and 0.3 more viewers in my monthly average to make affiliate. And hopefully that'll just click over and I'll be affiliated. Which is something I need because I can't develop other programs and develop a viewership and try and get affiliate at the same time because it just won't work. I'm having problems with my tablet. It's being miserable. I remember this is a family-friendly channel, otherwise I would have been a little more colorful with my current contempt for my tablet. Okay, that's good. Oh, you did. I'm having an encoding problem, transcoder problem, whatever with okay. I'm not. Come on, keep going. Oh my God, really? Hmm. There really is nothing else running in this thing, is there? No. And this is supposed to be a stripped down browser. I've been trying the browser Brave. Apparently its security and anonymity extras are really good. Unfortunately. And it does run lighter than Chrome, because Chrome is a real pig. I love multiple windows, but unfortunately it's a real pig on resources. Okay. Oh my. What the hell is going on? Could be that as well. Okay. Okay, fingers crossed it holds. Okay, so I'm going to turn the stopwatch back on. Okay, and we're going to continue where we left off last night at what was it, 3:40 in the morning? No, it was 4 in the morning, I think. Well, okay, so yeah, I finished attaching the lights, I guess, whatever they're supposed to be, the reflectors, and oh, and we're going to continue where we left off. So hopefully people come in. I have no idea what to expect in terms of an audience, being almost 3 o'clock where I am. Okay. Hopefully there's a bit of an audience out there. Although, oh, sorry about that. At 2 viewers only, I may just have to shut the stream down because I can't afford to lose any headway I've made. I am at 2.73 viewers. I need to get that to 3. And then with 18 more followers, I then, as I understand it, become affiliated, which I really need. This is a new set. Well, I've had these tweezers for a while, but I haven't tried them until yesterday, and I'm finding them better than I expect, more useful than I expected. I think depending on time after this build, I will take it apart and put it back together the normal way and time it. least that's what I'm thinking. Why have we only got two? Two followers. CP, okay. Well, this makes for a different day. Slobs is running at almost 60% of my CPU. Last night it was running at 80. Do I take that to mean that the new update, which just occurred, has fixed a few problems? Or is something in here not working? No? Both slideshows are working. Both my all three of my cameras seem to be working. Everything seems fine. My CPU overall is running 80%. That's actually enough to run Pretzel, but I am not going to jinx myself. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so that's done. The gray. Oh, is that over here? Nope. There it is. Okay. And that one. So I really got to start advertising when I'm going to, or at least actually announce when I'm going to be doing a stream, because it occurs to me that that would help. Okay, so ooh, these are offset. So these could be a little trickier to put in place than I would normally expect. And let's turn it around for you. Interesting the way these ones can actually stand up on their own. The way they're weighted, or at least the way the weight's distributed. Okay. Now something tells me putting the tiles on the top through here, that may represent a new problem. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so. And we're about to find out. Well, fortunately there's no landing gear, so I don't have to worry about breaking them off. I'm trying to push this into place. Now that seems to not be a problem. Of course, I have the back piece here supporting everything. So that may have helped. So this will be the test. This is completely free on each side. No? Okay. Let's be thankful that went well. I gotta think of better phrases. For how little I've done this, I realize I'm getting somewhat repetitive in my comments. That does not make for interesting streaming. Says the guy who's putting a Lego set together with tweezers. It's not like it's Fortnite or WoW, man, or raiding in WoW, man. Okay, now I wasn't sure if I'd have to build some kind of a small stand just to help support the back. So when you put pressure on it, it wants to pop the front up. Still two. This is not good. It does not bode well. I gotta start announcing in Discord. All the smart streamers do that. Not to mention Twitter, Instagram, and all that. What do you think of my teacup? It was really cheap at a dollar store. I figure the reason why is there's an air hole in the top. So the sliding latch was fine, but the actual lid itself didn't have a hole in it, so you couldn't get tea out of it. I had to drill a hole in the top. Works fine now. Okay. That's all done. Whoops. Come here. There we go. Oopsie. Yeah. That is something that needs to be considered. Okay. So. We're getting really close to finishing this particular booklet. Okay, so now we've got front of the cockpit. And, oh, I saw that. Where is it? It was over there. Oh, there it is. snaps right on. Decals, as I said before, I don't do decals. I like to leave them in pristine condition as they came. Okay, so the book is done. So let me just queue up the last book. I forgot to turn the stopwatch on. Man. Well, we'll add 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. We'll add 10 minutes. So let's make a note. Where am I? Plus 10 minutes. Okay. Now, right, I have to find. It's not it. I think I'm going to organize some of this stuff. It's a little. Oh, wait, there we go. Instructions should be the third one. Okay, now. This is the strange thing. The first two booklets were rectangular, but the third booklet is actually square. Why? I don't have a clue. But unfortunately, it screws up the aspect ratio of everything, and so I'm a little miffed. But well, aren't you moody? Well, I'm not thrilled with the way it looks, but the work must go on. So, well, the show must go on. Sorry. It appears we may have a third person. Well, hi to whoever you are. Please say hi back. You don't have to if you're just lurking. That's fine. My name's Arctic, and this is my channel, Arctic's Empire. This is episode 2 of... No, they're gone. Bye. Damn. Okay, we are now on the final stage. This is the final booklet of the build. And I'm not sure, but I'm thinking I may have to start building more stands and whatnot to finish this build. I'm not sure. Okay. How's that? That's good. I have to remind myself to keep checking the output. Make sure that you're getting a good view of everything that's going on. Damn it. Come here. I was about to say, did they taper these pins? Or studs, I guess is what they call them. Okay. Whoops. That would not have been a good thing. Okay, we may have someone in here again. Hi, my name's Arctic. This is Arctic's Empire, and this is my show. This Lego is lava, which, as you can probably guess, means the pieces are made of lava and you can't touch them with your bare hands, hence the tools. All the tools. Oh, sorry about that. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. There are guidelines and rules regarding this kind of a build. If you scroll down, you'll see I've started working on a list of parameters for doing this kind of thing. This part of the build is straightforward. There's no surprises yet. Although yesterday there were a number of them, at which point I had to build additional stands and whatnot. That's what this stuff was. The Lego of the set is lava, but anything else, whether it's Lego or any other materials, is not lava, so therefore you can handle it. So I actually had to build a stand to be able to insert a drive shaft, an axle, through a piece. Essentially with Lego, you want to be able to attach everything vertically by pushing straight down. You want vertical assembly. Trying to put things in the side and whatnot, if something slips, you end up launching stuff all over the place, and I don't want that. I've already dropped 3 pieces in this build. 2 pieces were quick to find. The third one somehow bounced behind me. I was lucky enough to find it. And they're gone too. Okay. Okay, now it's landing gear time. Now I've been debating on how to go about this. That's correct, that's correct. Actually, it looks like they're all this way. Now, I'm just doing this as a precaution because things have a habit of rolling off the table. The fact that my table is slightly tilted doesn't help. I should have chosen a different color. Oh, what do we got? Okay, blue plate will do. There we go. That way you can see everything easier. Now, I've put these wheels together before, and oddly enough, it has not been that difficult. Okay, so I think by rights I can just Okay, so that seems to work. I usually use this one because it's curved. It's 2. Okay. I think I need to straighten my table out a bit. Okay. And this damn thing has a lot of wheels on it. This one takes care of the back. Oh no, there's only 3. There's only 1 landing gear in the front. Correct? Yeah. Okay, so. And. Oops. Let's try it this way. Something with a better grip. Okay. It appears that to be streaming on a Tuesday afternoon is not a place to find viewers. No, that's not going to do it. No. Need to be able to get a grip on it, so it looks like I'm going to have to use this again. Because Lego was kind enough to leave a hole in it. That works. And now that I got wheels on it, this means I'm probably going to have to build stands. Anything, when I flip it over, anything I have to attach to the top, I don't want to put any pressure or any extra weight or force on the wheel assemblies because they might snap. So I'll have to build stands to sit it on top of, which I've done before. I did it in the last build. It's the first time I got to introduce the new principle of building tools as required and using other Lego to do it. Although I suppose in a pinch, if you needed to, you could always just use whatever pieces are left from the set you're working with. It's just whatever you build would have to be completely disassembled before you could then attach those pieces to the set and still stay within the rules. I guess there's not much point in trying to... Oh, wait a minute. No, there are 4 landing gear. Damn. Okay. And I'm guessing that means you guys go at the end of the long gray plates. Okay. Okay, and more wheels. Damn, more wheels. Landing gear, landing gear. Yeah, for some reason I thought this had 1 landing gear in the front, not 2. 2, 3, and come on, where are you? I got one last rim to find. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I need 4. There we go. There it is. Okay. Let's try a bit of a close-up to help the viewers. Okay, so okay, so just doing that doesn't seat the tire properly on the rim usually, so flip it over and give it a push. I think it doesn't actually matter if I put the rim pattern up first. I don't think it's going to make any difference. I guess it's just me being a little OCD. Hopefully in time I'll get this backward orientation thing for the camera straightened out. Somewhere in the back of my brain will just finally go to autopilot for this kind of thing. Okay. Whoops. Get back here. Okay, so view. Oops. Yeah, I don't like that. So, okay, there's one. Come on. Okay, now. Okay, so. Okay, so. The wheels are done. It would be kind of neat to be able to put that on a. Yeah, that. I didn't realize the between. Well, the aspect ratio is different. This fuselage is somewhat longer than it appears. Yeah, well, something I have to look at. And we are still in here with only 2 people. Okay, so now that we have to deal with the top, we are actually going to build some stands. And we're just going to attach them to the bottom now. Make our life easier. So I'm thinking. Okay. Okay, so this should make things easier. Although I may have to build a back one. Damn. Okay. I imagine at some point in other builds, I'll end up building some kind of a stand or a jig, which will remain on the model through a good portion of the build. I was also thinking last night of using Technic pieces to build quick holders, so you just quick clamp, turn, quick clamp, turn, just let go and release. No, grab and release, sorry. Thinking that might be necessary down the road for the more complicated builds. Okay, so we're coming up to, yeah, it's been 4 hours for this build so far. All toll. What are we doing? Okay, so I got pieces on the back. Perhaps I will build a stand for the back now. Okay, I don't know how well that's going to help, but okay, so stuff to add to the back. What am I looking for? I'm looking for one of you. And could use a few people in here to tell me which angles are best to do this. The model straight on to the camera? Probably not. Off on an angle is probably best. Backstand's not doing its job. Well, what if we... Oh, well, that's right. I forgot to make note. We'll put B3 because we know we're on book 3. The notation's still in rough form, so I don't want it overly complicated. I'd like it quick and simple to do. Okay. Now, I said I was going to build. I don't see why we can't try these. Now, this is only going to be good until the door. There's a drop door that goes on the back. Let's see. Do not have. And would like flat tiles because I do not want this to attach itself. Okay, that's just a bit of a cushion. So as you can see, now the back is supported. So I should be able to, yeah, so just a bit, yeah, so that should help. Okay. I've got, let's see, let me just put this over here for a second. I've got a giant bin full of Technic stuff, mostly Technic. This is dedicated to building the tools and the stands and all the various things that I might need to put together other sets. That's what that's dedicated for. These are not part of any official sets, they're just extras. Okay. I keep forgetting to do that. There we go. Okay. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so you go on the back. Yes, the stand is helping. It could be one higher, but actually, I did see some flat tiles. I'm kind of hoping that over time I'll end up developing some simple standard stands that I'll just always have and be able to use at all times. There we go. Oh no, that's not that way. I bought a lot of this stuff on the internet, and some of it is not officially Lego. My apologies. As far as I know, it's not the cheap knockoff stuff. Well, it's not. It's not Leppen stuff, which is verboten. Although I do. Well, no, you can't. It looks like Leppen came out with a McLaren P1, which I don't think anyone else makes. So they actually have an original model. I'm not exactly sure that makes them okay for that particular set, because they're establishing themselves on the back of ripping off Lego. Two different sides, okay. I didn't know any better. Let's see if the camera's moved on me. Maybe not. Okay, so whoops. Damn it! Knock it off. I think we're going to end up trying to stream later on tonight. In hopes of finding the followers we need to improve our average to get affiliated. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Parky. I didn't know you were on today. wow, competing with Parky is not going to yield a lot. He's got a really good show and a dedicated following, which he's worked hard to get. I wonder what time he ends his stream. Oh, actually, no, he goes right up until 7, I think. He usually streams until Nick comes on. And Nick, frickin' Nick, for anyone who's spent any time in the community, is supposed to be streaming tonight. I think he said tonight he has a guest on, which is cool. Maybe I should ask him if I could be a guest on a show, seeing as we live relatively close. I mean, I think he's less than an hour drive. Yeah, I cannot get over how short the fuselage appears. I am not happy about that. I'm definitely going to look into that. It's so difficult to try and get all the elements, to get them all in the screen. I mean, the logo, well, it's my logo, so it's important, but it doesn't need to be that size. The two slideshows I think are important. I think 3 camera views. I mean, I could take myself, well, I don't know. The instructions are important. The events, and, I'd say it all needs to be there. Now, granted, I keep looking at a smaller screen because I'm using OBS Streamlabs, so it's tiny for me. So to see it on a full-size screen might be worth. Wow, that really is squished, isn't it? That is a square tile. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh, there's something I hadn't even considered. I don't even have a Stream Deck hooked up to the laptop yet. Damn. I may actually have to start moving my main computer, and I really don't want to do that. I mean, it's behind me, but I don't want to move it all the cords and... I gotta move the power bar, and maybe there's a way to simplify it. I could probably get away with a single screen. I mean, using another computer to watch the stream isn't that much of a... It's not really difficult. It's not a problem. Oh well. Okay, where are we? 3. I need one more of... Come on, where is it? You're in here, so there you are. Okay, so... Okay. I think I understand what they're doing. Whoops. Oh, okay, I see. Don't need that. No, we'll stick with these ones. Whoops. Damn it. Dude. So the only problem with this one is it's just metal on plastic, so okay, that's the way it works. As you can see, I need to resurface some of these two. Damn it, get over here. Oh, that's why. Oh. I want to try and get into the habit of relying on the stands when I have them. For moving things around. Okay. So that's done. Now, whoops. It would be nice if you could spend more time just gently placing them in where they need to be and then push them in, but oh, it occurs to me I need notations for when something has to be assembled out of order. Because by rights, if I hadn't put the landing gear on, oh no. I had considered leaving the landing gear off, so I wouldn't need the stands. And when I finished the build, I could just put them on afterwards, but that would have been a little difficult. So yeah, I can, depending on when this back door has to go on, I might leave that to the very end. So that would be an altered order of assembly. Yeah, so that's something else I need to make note of. Because yeah, I can see down the road it might be better to slightly change up the order of assembly. Oops. Oh no. The dots. I hate the dots. These are dots. Anything that is just one stud in size is a projectile just waiting to happen. Now, question is now, do I want to try and put the fuselage on its side so I can push them straight down into place, or if I'm going to try and push them in sideways the way you would normally do it, because it's just easier. Actually, by rights, this could work without a problem. Okay, so see what I mean by the lateral? I mean, by rights, I mean build a bump stop. So push right into it, but yeah, so that worked. Um, Now these things do lock. The hemostats lock. At least that's what they were called when I bought them. Yeah, the hemostats lock, but unfortunately, they start to lock when they're actually closed. It'd be nice if they locked when they were slightly open. That way you could just grab a Lego stud right from the top. Whoa, that scared the crap out of me. This is already assembled, so this is no longer lava. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could just clamp right on it and hold it affixed, but unfortunately, that is not the way these were built. It'd be nice to find a set that would allow me to do that. But I'm guessing the medical profession has no real call. Well, these are not medical in quality, so these are for hobbyists. There's ships in a bottle, I'm guessing. Miniatures and other types of things. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so oops, forgetting. I can touch the stand. And I have to say, my new chair, I have a director's chair I bought at a thrift store. The Habitat for Humanity restore here in town. And it is much better than the metal stool I had also just bought from them 2 weeks prior. No, a couple weeks before that. This is much better. Plus, it moves across the floor better. The other one, I was more worried it gripped the floor to the point where to try and push it back, I was afraid it was going to fall over and take down the green screen and land on my computer behind me and damage everything. Still only two. Oh, the show must go on. So, okay. Well, so far, this is going well. See, the stand is really important for. That has saved me so many possible headaches. So yes, definitely, building necessary tools is important to this. Oh, and these little devils are worrisome. It can be such a chore to try and get them to seat properly without launching across the room. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Just get these over here. Now, I'm lucky that this time there's nothing on the sides. Like, I didn't have to try and drop it in between something, so that worked out fine. And so that means hopefully this one will be the same. A lot of the times you have to fit these in between other pieces. Okay, that's done. Oh, there's a third. Where are you hiding? Number 3, it's your turn. to be in the show. I think that might be a theme or an idea I work with the show from now on. All the parts are a star in a TV show. And each one of them has their time in the limelight to be a star. Of course, with that, would mean that some of these parts are going to be a real pain because they're divas. Perhaps we'll do that at the end of the show. I'll do an edit and declare which parts have been divas and should no longer be allowed in the industry. Should typecast them. I think I might do that. Oh, it's a gray angled piece, right? Yeah, gray sloping tile. There's one, there's two. Okay, so now that is interesting. That okay. I should figure out just a little tiny, a little piece, a little tool that makes flipping these things over easier. I'm wondering with TwitchCon coming if viewership for everyone who's not going to TwitchCon will be higher or lower. Okay, now because this set's been previously assembled, the turbines have also been, and to try and get that center piece out of the turbine, I didn't put a lot of effort into it, I'll be honest. Not without damaging it, I didn't want to do that, so. Okay, so. And I need one of these, so. I do need to work on organizing some of this other stuff. Let's go with green. No, that's not going to do. Okay. Okay. Just an extra area that hopefully will prevent things from rolling over and rolling off the table, because that sucks. Okay, so now I have to figure out, pardon me, how to mount that. Okay, so let's see if we try it this way. Okay, we can do this, but again, we're dealing with a lateral force situation, so which I am not comfortable with doing. It's during the lateral force is when things really potentially go wrong and parts end up flying around. Let's get the damn thing to seat properly. Now, unfortunately, the fuselage is not attached to the stand. It's not secured enough that to be able to just put lateral force into the fuselage without it snapping off the stand. So I suppose That's something that can be considered, but it would need bracing on the side, so the stand itself would have to be bigger. Which I don't have an objection to making it bigger at the moment, but I don't think there's much call for going into that kind of detail just yet. No, thank God for these curved ones. Okay, so okay, so and I was afraid of that. The problem with metal on plastic is there's just no grip. Which is the dual purpose of putting shrink wrap on these things. Helps protect the parts from the teeth. And it also improves the grip. Still two. Damn. Okay. Why throwing two? Okay, so you guys are done. Decals. We don't do decals. We don't need no stinking decals. I think I might make a sound bite of that. Which is another thing I haven't worked. I haven't got no sound bites. I got no special effects. Got nothing. I spend my time trying to get the show's basics down, the layout and the camera angles and whatnot. I would like to green screen the other two cameras. Well, the main camera doesn't really see the green screen very much, but depending on how I how I zoom it in or out. I don't think we're going to need that for a little while. Two. Tray. Cat. Cat? Almost those trays. Cat. Yeah. Trays. Cat. No, whatever. Cat. And two blacks. 1x2s. Okay, so this is for the door assembly, which I forgot the damn thing had when I took it apart. Hey, not funny. Come here. Still thinking about building a automated Lego Asmer machine. Have it connected to the stream. If people bid so many bits or something like that, it'll go off. Put a camera on it and a mic. Let people OD on it. Lego Asmer all they want. I suppose in the sake of being honest and upfront, I should probably put a camera back here so you can see I'm holding onto the stand, not the model. So I am not cheating. But I could see possibly people calling foul. Or people cheating. Nope, that's not it. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Yes, definitely use stands, man. They really help. I'd almost say it might be a necessity in the build. You have little choice but to build them and use them. So these two go on the back. I wonder if I find anyone crazy enough to film this. It would be nice to have someone on the camera. Houston, we have a problem. Or do we? Yeah. Why is there a gap? Yeah. That's all flush. The hinges and the black 1x2 plates are all flush. They're level with one another. Oh, that's what happened. This. Okay, so this is an error, so this should be recorded. This is a correction. Part of the reason for a correction is if in case you need to build a tool to help you fix the mistake, or if you actually need to touch the parts to fix the mistake. Because considering how some Lego designs are taking some things apart is next to impossible without, I imagine it's going to be next to impossible without using your hands. Especially when it comes to Technic stuff, the way they interlock pieces. Ooh, look at that. That's not good. There's not much I can do about that. Now, so we have to correct the mistake. Now, these Lego brick separators are allowed as well. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. That was a big help. Okay, so put you back there. That was a huge help. Yeah, the Lego brick separators are tools and are not lava, ever. Unless they were actually part of a build. Which I don't know if anyone's actually ever used one. You know, an actual build. I imagine someone has. So, now that we can do this correctly, you go there. Yeah, okay. So, brick sep. Don't you just love it when formatting in the background bites you in the backside? You never know when it's going to just creep up and just cause you problems. Really? I mean, there are times when you auto-assume it's a date, fine, but there are times when it is not a date, so please do not automatically format it to a date. That is annoying. Now, I had planned on popping out and taking a bit of a break. Possibly coming back and streaming before Nick, but before frickin' Nick comes on, but I'm not sure. There we go. Yeah, that camera moved. Or we will fix that at another date. Okay, so perhaps I'll just write a simple program to do the notations, because I don't need all the back-end apps and subroutines that OpenOffice Writer's using right now. How much is it using anyway? Actually, it's not really using anything, so that's not an issue. Still averaging 80, 86%, 80%, 82%. Meanwhile, the slobs is running 60, 58, 54. Apparently, Streamlabs made some changes with their update. Excuse me. I need a mute button. I don't want to blow out anyone's eardrums with a cough or a sudden sneeze. There should be no hazards in watching a stream. Well, judging by the pieces, we are really close to finishing, which is great. There we go. There you are. Whoops. I put a blower on a helicopter. That's cool. Oh, I didn't know there was another one. Oh, there we go. So let's just throw that out there. Less chance of that damn thing rolling around on me. Okay, so okay. Okay, so trying to wedge a piece in between two on each side. I've had one tight spot. Actually, during this build, I had to. Why am I getting an echo now? Oh, I hope that's not screwing up the sound for you guys. I really don't think you guys should suffer the echo. If I have to, that's fine. I can eventually tune it out. I managed to tune out the vuvuzelas during that Soccer World Cup in South Africa so many years ago. I actually managed to tune them out, so it didn't bother me after a while. So the echo is not an issue for me. It's annoying, but as long as your sound is right, that's the most important thing. Because I've had some streams where the sound was horrible, and I have to admit, after watching, it's like you really, as a streamer, cannot expect someone to watch a stream with that when the sound is that bad. It's just not right, and people aren't going to now. As it's being pre-assembled, prior assembly, the glass is in the window frames already. I didn't feel like popping them out. No, 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 no. You and you. move you off to the side. Okay, so now this, I mean, I don't think it's overly necessary to do this, but we're going to anyway. We are going to build another stand for assembly, just to help illustrate the point. Okay, so which means now I can take that, drop it in. Well, let's build a little higher. Okay, so now the piece is in place. Oh, let's do this. That's it, yeah. Use the mute on the headphones, dummy. Save your viewers' hearing. Yeah, so now that we have a stand, or this I guess would be a jig more than just a stand. It makes assembly easier. Now, now let's see what happens when we build it in the correct order that they have. Whoops. Okay, now this is what I'm worried about. If I put pressure on, it's going to. I normally don't clamp pieces in. Not that it doesn't work. Oh, that works fine. So okay, so we can clamp if we really need to. I'll put that one in there. Now I could have repositioned this and just had it in the center, so it held onto it properly. Which actually, that's what we're going to do. We're going to build this one properly. Yeah, view, but whatever, but okay, so now there. So now it is in position. And now we can play around with it. Okay, so it gives it a bit of a handle. Now and then I guess if worst came to worst, we could then add another piece and a tile to support the bottom of this, so that when we put the last piece in place, whoa. Okay, so whoops, get in there. I suppose you could build a lock, just slide another block in as a pin and just lock it into place. Just something to consider in the near future. That might be necessary. Yeah, I guess worst came to worst, I could actually add more bricks in here to support the bottom of this overhang, so that when I can then push the piece into place to lock it. But for now, clamping is not a problem. Clamping seems to work just fine. Okay, so that's a correction, but we did build built a jig. It's built a jig, and that was on instruction 65. I imagine through the course of all this and in the editing I will clip out instances of the various jigs and stands and tools I've made and include them in the slides. Okay, so now the question is, what kind of nightmare is it going to be to attach? Okay, no, you guys can see it properly. Good. Now, now we're fortunate in the way the curved piece is designed. It's all one piece. So when I press it in, I don't have to worry about it falling apart. Okay, now ideally we always want to try and push things straight down into place. Okay, so I don't, oh, did that work? Oh, awesome. Cool. And okay, you guys can see that well? Yeah. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Okay, the doors are on. Oh, guys, why are you adding this now? I am not happy about that. Put you in there, so. So we have additional attachments to the doors, which probably should have. Yeah, see, in this case, I probably would have changed the order of the build and put the bottom on the door. Then I would have put this piece on and finished the build and then attached it. That way I could use the jig to put everything into place. Because now I have to worry about pressing in. Let's see how this is going to work out. We're getting low on parts. This is great. Means we're almost done now. What's going on here? No, I think. No. So. Yeah, I don't think we're really going to need. Okay, let's hope. Yeah, that. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that worked. Not, well, it's not the best way I would want to have done. Yeah, I probably would have wanted to have done this in a different order. Completely assemble the door and then attach it. Yeah, I would have wanted to change the order of the build on that one. But tis done. Okay. Two, three, two of you. One, two, three. Finally, these come into play. Okay, so we may actually have to build a jig to put everything on its side. Possibly. Okay, so I think we need to assemble the fuel tanks first. Well, in this case it looks like either A, if I put the 3 tanks on, I flip it over, I may have to build a jig to hold it so I can put the last 2 pieces in the bottom on the underside, or I could put the bottom in and then build a jig to keep it up higher so I can put the tanks on. So that's sort of what this appears to be. The question is how. Just for the sake of it, it's just to be in the habit of always being prepared to. Okay, so let's and built another. We'll call this a jig because it is. Built a jig for instruction. We'll go page 35 because this is a sub-assembly. Oh, wait a minute. We're on page 36. This is a sub-assembly, so it doesn't follow the normal numbering. So it's actually 37. Get your info right, man. Jeez, how are people supposed to follow this if you can't do it yourself? So number 4. So we built the jig for step 4. Okay. Yeah, I think now this isn't a changing order because it doesn't state what order you're supposed to put these 3 pieces in. But if I have to try and wedge one of these into place, it's probably better if I use this one as the final piece because I can grip it better, which gives me a chance to wiggle it around and get it in place properly. So there's one. And you know what? I think they're going to tell me to make another one. No, not yet. So you want it on this side. So by rights, I'm going to turn this on its side. Okay. Not as elegant a solution as I would have liked. I mean, by rights, I should have considered a little more versatility in the stand itself. Might have been a good idea. But here's the door. I did not see a ×2 for the install, or was it in the assembly of the fuel tanks? I have enough parts to build a single fuel tank. That's what that is. Have we already put on the other side? Aha! Now we get it. I think. No? When did you guys do that? Okay, so what? 67, right? So you build a single tank, and then the second. Okay, so wait a minute. 38. It's 1. Ah, okay. No, that is my confusion. And mine alone. So let's build the second one. Come here. Okay. Wow, we're getting close to being done. Yeah. Actually, I have to go left. So if you'll excuse me. Left is my unique word for the washroom. Because in this case, especially in my apartment, the bathroom is to my left. So I call it going left. Be right back. see we may have a visitor, or it could just be a computer scanning channels. My name is Arctic. This is my channel, Arctic's Empire. I'm doing my show, This Lego is Lava. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Say hi, or if you're just lurking, that's fine. I am just in the midst of assembling a fuel tank, and I am making, well, I have made a small jig to help me with the assembly of it. That's one of the rules. You're allowed to build necessary tools to allow you to continue the build. 4 people. Okay. I think these work best. I'd like to say hi to the 4th person. Hi, how are you? My name's Arctic. This is my stream. My channel's Arctic's Empire, and this show, this crazy show, is This Lego's Lava, which, as you can tell, means you can't touch the Lego with your hands. The Lego of the actual set you can't. You can build tools to assist you in the assembly, which is why this is a stand right here. This is not part of the set. Because of all the parts on the top that have to be pressed in, and I don't want to put pressure or extra weight or force on the landing gear and possibly snap them, I built a small stand and it actually sits on top. So this is designed to take the weight off the wheels, and the back is designed for anything assembled on the back so the whole assembly doesn't pop up. So that's why there stands there, and I've just built this small jig to help me build the fuel tanks. Let me back that up. Okay. Yeah, so I've just completed that. Oh, I did it out of order. Oh well. Not that that's going to be a big deal. And we're back to 2. Damn. I cannot hold an audience to save my life. Okay. Whoa! I did not build this jig very well. Nor did I use it very well. Okay. So, there's that, and now we're going to install the tank. Yeah, it would have been nice if I designed the stand to just be able to sit just like that. That would have been great. To just be able to hold all the weight just like that, that would be awesome. Actually, how far is it? I might be able to... Perhaps we can quickly throw something together. There we go. So, I know there are a lot of instances in Technic where multiple pins have to be seated at once, and I do worry about how to make sure that goes without a problem. Like, if the pins don't go in simultaneously, then there's a chance that something will fall apart, or you could end up shooting something across the room. Okay, that's done. So we're done that. Tank is on. So now we're supposed to build the back door. I'm just looking. I think that shouldn't be a problem, which means I can remove this piece. That part of the stand can come out, and hopefully we don't need it again. So now let us grab the pieces we need to build the ramp. Call it a ramp or a drop door? Tailgate? I'm not sure what to call it. Okay, so you, and then whoops, come here. Okay. Okay, now flip it over and wait a minute. So now the question is how. Okay, so this is another stand. Okay, so let's hold it upside down and see if we can put it into place that way. Okay. Yeah, that worked. Okay, doors in place. Awesome. Now we're going to do the rotor assemblies. So, one of you, and then I need 3 of you. Yeah, I should take that label off. Oh, no, it's the other way around. Really? Whoa. makes sense actually. Silly me. That part is done. Oh, wait a minute. What was... Did they put the pin in? Oh, we're supposed to assemble them both at once. Okay. Just somewhere to drop the pins. And hopefully they don't roll off the table. Okay. Next. Now the question is, how do we do this? Does that work? Yep. That looks like a very simple way of doing this. Let's switch these around. Okay, so that's one. Let's get the second one done. And we are almost out of parts. This is great. I think this show went well so far. Let's not jinx myself right at the end, but there's a bit of a boing on that one. I do hope I'll be able to start streaming without headphones. Just a lapel mic would be nice. I mean, now that the colder weather's here, it's not that bad in the apartment, but still. I'm not thrilled with my headphones. They don't fit completely over my ears. They're slightly putting pressure on the earlobes and whatnot, and I don't like that. That's aggravating and frustrating after a while. Okay, so I did not expect the pins to go in. Now I figured the pins would just be popped into the mounts on the helicopter first, and then you would just drop the propeller on top. That's one. do is put the rotors in place. Now let's get out of the way. And now for the end. I do not have a drum roll. Kind of wish I did, but I don't. Now, just snap that in. Unfortunately, there's no one here to watch this. There we go. And is that it? I have no minifigs. They're all in a different pile. That's it. So it is no longer lava. I haven't decided on a ruling yet about removing the stand. There. It is complete. It is finished. It is fine. There we go. And the submersible. And there we go. It's back this way up. And that is how you build the deep sea helicopter and its submersible when it's lava. At no point did I have to use my bare hands, but I did benefit from building numerous jigs and stands to make it possible. It's cool. It occurred to me late last night that I could have built a winder with a bunch of gears and just put it on top and just crank it rather than the way I was doing it with a pair of hemostats. Okay, there we go. That is awesome. Well, my name's Arctic. This is my channel, Arctic's Empire. This Lego is lava. This is City Set 60093. Big sea helicopter. No, deep sea helicopter. Okay. I am probably going to be on later tonight. I haven't decided yet. I'll find another set to do. I'm starting to get the hang of doing this. I'm enjoying it. I hope when people come by that they find it interesting enough to hang out. As I said, I need 0.3 more viewership, and I need 18 followers to qualify for affiliate member, which I need. I need the affiliate membership. Other projects are on hold for streaming until that. This appears to be the only show that I'm actually getting an audience for. So all the other stuff is on hold for that. But once I get affiliated, I will then start doing the Witching Hour show. I got a show called Portal Fishing I want to work on. A few other odd little fictional things I want to do. And I have other Lego. I want to just do a straight technical build set, and I have old Lego that I'd like to build. I'm going to develop a show for that as well. So I want to thank people who will eventually pop by and see this. I'm going to be posting this up on YouTube soon. So that's everything. For the people who did pop in, thank you. For those who will stop by, thank you very much. And that's it for today. Well, that's it for now anyway. Okay, where are we? Nope, not that one. Dopey. Learn to read.